Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm so excited for you to see what is in store for today, but before we do that, I'd like to ask you to please like this video, comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel before you leave, and let's get started. And also if you'd like to hit the bell notification so you can be notified when I upload a video. So today I'm going to be doing my second trimester tips and tricks, so like things that I've used to help me get through my second trimester, or just like some helpful tips. So I have a little list right here, so if you see me looking down, that's why. So a couple of the things I'm going to re-mention from my last video of my first trimester. If you want to watch that, I'll link that down below and put a card up. But again, drink water, make sure you stay hydrated. I actually just recently, this isn't on my paper, but I recently just got told that you can drink Pedialyte. Sorry if you hear my neighbor's dogs barking in the background, they're kind of loud. But they say not to drink it like all the time, but like maybe like once a week or something, or if you have a day where you're feeling like really dehydrated, you can drink that. Or like right before you go in to get an ultrasound, drink Pedialyte, so that like you're like really hydrated, and so it's a little easier to like see the baby and stuff, and the baby will move more. That's what I was told, at least. I haven't tried it yet, but that was something that I was told at my last ultrasound. Try to join some kind of like women's group, or like make your own if you want. I kind of mentioned that in my first trimester video. And also like Facebook like mommy groups if you'd like, if you want like more support, or if you have questions. Of course they're not doctors, but just like if you're feeling down, or if you have a question about what you should put in your hospital bag, or whatever the case may be, you can get on there and like post about it, or whatever the case may be. If you have questions once your baby's born, like if you know, whatever you're gonna ask. Make sure you take your prenatal vitamins. Those are important. I always forget to take them, so what I did to start remembering to take them is like I set an alarm for like right when I'm about to go to bed, whether I'm on days or nights, because it's better to take your prenatal vitamins before you go to sleep, because they can like kind of make you not feel good. So if you take them like right before bed, but if you have trouble remembering to do that, you can set like an alarm on your phone, or an alarm on your alarm clock, or whatever the case may be, and just have it remind you to take it. So make sure you work out. I don't really work out that much because I kind of have like a more like laborious kind of job, so I kind of just use that as my workout. Maybe I should still, but if you don't, then I definitely would suggest you find like safe workouts. Like I would like ask your doctor what would be some safe workouts that you could do, because there's certain things you're not supposed to do, like you know, not lift heavy things and stuff like that, but just to still kind of stay in shape. So at this stage you're going to be getting a little bit bigger probably, so like buying maternity clothes, you can try to like, what I did is I went to my local Goodwill to see if they had anything, and they did have like pants, but they didn't really have like shirts. So just kind of either maybe try like the marketplace on Facebook or something, maybe if somebody has clothes on there, or if like your friends and family have clothes they were going to donate and they're like bigger clothes, maybe you could get them off them. Or if you have friends that have clothes that are bigger, then maybe you could borrow them from them. Or if they have maternity clothes you could borrow, or you could go to the store and just buy some. Some of the stuff's like really expensive, so if you went to just like Burlington or something and went to their clearance section and just bought like large, extra large, 2X, whatever the case may be, whatever you think you'll need, I definitely think that's the way to go. But if you don't have the money to do that, then you can try to find maybe a family member or a friend that has like bigger clothes that you could borrow. So another thing that I was told to get was like there's an app that you can get for contractions. So obviously this would probably be something I'd want to talk more about during your third trimester, which I will mention again. But there's like apps you can get on your phone that once you do start having contractions that you can use to count them and how long they were, and then there's also going to be like a record of all the ones that you had before you go to the doctor, so that they can kind of see, because if not, you can just write them down. But if you'd rather do that, if that would be easier for you, or whoever you're with that's helping you, count how long they are and things like that. So I mentioned in my last video to call the nurse line that you have with your whoever you're specifically using for your OBGYN, or if you're just regular insurance that you have has a nurse line that you can call if you have questions, if you're having like weird symptoms, or if you're like feel like something's going on, you can call them, or you just go to the ER. So if you have a headache, which I kind of felt like this in the second trimester I had more headaches than in the first trimester, they say you could take Tylenol, but I would check with your doctor to make sure, because that's what my doctor suggested to me. Every pregnancy is different, so anything that I suggest, you know, just take with a grain of salt, because, you know, your doctors may want you to do something different or may not want you to do these things. So just ask them to make sure they're okay. But they also suggested a cold pack or a hot pack, like a heating pad or something like that. Don't put it like on your stomach, but they said if you wanted to put it like on your back or your head or your eyes or whatever the case may be, that was fine. You can lay down, massage it, and sometimes when you have a headache it's because you're dehydrated, so make sure you drink a lot of water. So I was experiencing like a lot of back pain like while I was at work. So I asked my doctor what I could do about that, and sometimes even if I'm just doing a lot around the house, it's because of being like on your feet and things like that. That can cause you to swell, or your feet are going to hurt anyway. There's just a lot of symptoms that you're going to be having, like swelling. I mean, maybe not, but that most people have is like swelling of the feet, the hands, things like that. As you can see, I'm not wearing my regular ring right now. It's just like one of those like rubber rings, because I can't really fit into my ring anymore. It won't go on my finger because my hands and feet and everything are starting to swell, so that's fun. But I still want to signify that I'm married. So I bought these. They were like, there was like a 4-pack for like $2 at Walmart. So anybody that lives in my area, you could do that. Or even if you don't, I'm sure they sell them anywhere, but that's what I did. I just went to like the jewelry section. But anyway, went off on a tangent. For back pain, they suggested a maternity belt. So, I mean, you may want to ask your doctor and make sure that that's okay if you do that, but that's what she suggested to me. Don't make it too tight, but just, it supports your stomach. Don't wear it all the time. She said do not wear it all the time, because then your back will kind of get used to it and kind of become weaker. So only kind of wear it when you start to feel the pain, and then once it kind of subsides for a little while, only wear it for like a couple hours, and then you can take it off, and then, you know, maybe if later it starts hurting again, you can put it back on, but just don't wear it like all day, every day, 24/7. You can wear it for a little while, but don't like continuously wear it every single day. If you're having that much back pain, you may want to go see your doctor and ask them what else you could do. But if it's just like every once in a while, if you like lifting a bunch of stuff, like if you're doing laundry and walking stuff around and like cleaning up and doing stuff like that around the house, and then, you know, your back starts hurting, then you could do that. But also you could get a maternity band, which is more like if you were wearing maternity pants, you know, that thing that goes like around your stomach on the pants that's like the stretchy material. It's almost like that, but just when you're not wearing maternity pants, you can wear that to support your stomach, and you can wear that all day, every day, 24/7. Don't sleep in it, but just when you're out and about, if you're not wearing like maternity pants that have that cloth that goes over your stomach that kind of supports it, you can wear that. That wasn't suggested by my doctor. That's just something that I found, and I asked her about it, and she said that was okay. So for the swelling, I started wearing compression socks. I don't wear them all the time or every day or anything, but like if I wake up and I notice that I'm a little more swelled than normal, I'll put those on. I didn't ask my doctor if that was okay, but it says it's for like swelling feet, and it's swelling feet and legs, and it's for like people with like diabetes and stuff. But you don't want to wear it all the time because it could cut off the circulation if you wear them too long, too consistently. Don't wear them to bed, things like that. But this was not suggested by my doctor. This is just something that I do every once in a while. I'll wear them, and it'll relieve the pain of my feet and swelling and things like that. And I know this is gonna sound really stupid, but just listen. Sitting up straight. I know, sitting up straight, you'd think, oh, I do that anyway. Some people kind of slouch, whatever the case may be, especially with the new gaining weight with the big stomach and things like that. It may make you like lean over more. I noticed a big difference when I was at work, when I would sit in certain chairs. If I would be slouched over or if I was sitting up straight, that would make such a difference on if my back hurt or not. So try to sit up straight and remember to do that. I know you should be doing that anyway, but some people still slouch over and don't sit up straight, but that really did make a difference. I noticed when I did sit up straight. I know it sounds stupid, but it does help prevent your back from hurting. Now, if your back hurts anyway, then, you know, it may help a little bit, but you can try the other things that I said too. Another thing they suggest is not being on your feet for too long. So I know that there's so much to do to get everything prepared for when the baby comes, but you don't want to be doing too much, like take, you know, frequent breaks. Don't be standing on your feet too long, because that can really make your feet and everything swell even more and hurt. Like, I've noticed my hands and my feet will get like, even if I'm not like even doing too much, just normally they'll be like really red and like kind of hurt. So but to help with that, you know, you could elevate your feet, especially if they're swelling too. That's another good thing for swelling, is elevating your feet. You're supposed to do that a couple times a day. Sometimes I forget. Sometimes I elevate my feet at night. Like, I don't elevate them like all the way up, but I'll have like one pillow that I put my feet on, or I'll have that pillow like in between my legs, which helps you get comfortable because you're pretty much sleeping on one side or the other. I used to sleep on my back a lot too, but that hurts my back to do that now, so I gotta sleep on one side or the other. But to just make it more comfortable, which I didn't think it would work, but it actually is more comfortable to sleep with like a little pillow like in between your legs. I didn't think it'd work. I thought it'd be uncomfortable, but it actually helps, and I feel like sometimes I sleep better when I do that. So besides all that, the fun stuff that may start happening is that you'll be able to find out the gender. So you'll find that out normally at like your 20-week ultrasound. So that's exciting. We're having a boy, so we're excited about that. But yeah, so, and then another thing, you can feel the baby move. Some people don't for a while, but if you do feel your baby move, it's like hard to explain like how cool it is and like what it feels like, but it's so awesome, and I'm gonna miss it so much when he's outside. But he'll be able to kick me in real life instead of kicking me on the inside, so that's fine. They say like your baby's supposed to move like 10 times every 2 hours. I don't know how you're supposed to judge that or even remember that or even think about it to write it down or whatever the case may be. But if you don't feel your baby move for a while and you kind of notice it, things that I've heard that they've suggested is drink a little bit of caffeine, nothing too crazy, but whatever you drink and eat and stuff like that, that goes to the baby too, so that could help maybe stimulate him a little bit, him, her, whatever you want to say. Just saying him because we're having a boy, so that's kind of the general term that you use for people per se, is usually like him and he and things like that. So that's kind of just what I'm using for now. Or you could drink like, I saw on the mommy groups that if you drink like a big glass of like cold water, that would help. Never tried that, but I haven't had much issues with noticing him moving a lot, so I haven't had to try to do procedures like that. But if you do those things and nothing happens, you can try calling your doctor and they may ask you some questions, or you may go see them. Really all you can do is call your doctor and ask, maybe something's going on, maybe not. Maybe the baby's just really tired that day and kicked a lot the day before, so he doesn't want to do that anymore. But you may want to go see your doctor if you try those things and those don't work. So pregnancy brain's real. Sometimes I forget to do stuff even worse than before because I really did have trouble sometimes remembering things. Like, even if I was just thinking of it, 2 seconds later, poof, it's gone, and then I don't remember what it was. Or like even just like, okay, I'm gonna go do this, and then you walk into the other room and you forget. It's like really bad right now, so just be aware of that. Try to write stuff down. Like if you think of something and you're like, oh, I need to do that later, or oh, I need to do that tomorrow, try to write it down somewhere, whether it be on, you know, on the notes on your phone or on a piece of paper. Just try to get it somewhere else because you may forget. I don't know if other people really have this problem, but this is something that is a symptom that can happen to people, so definitely keep that in mind, that if you want to remember to do something, if you don't think you're going to remember, definitely write it down somehow keep a record of what it is. I actually put all my appointments and like meetings for work and things like that I have to do, I put it in my notes in my phone, take a screenshot of it, and then make it my background on my phone. I know that sounds extensive, but it reminds me what days I have to do certain things. So if I have to schedule other appointments or other meetings for work or whatever the case may be, I can schedule around the ones that I already have because they're right there that I can see and that I remember to go to them. So you want to be careful, like especially like if you live in a place where it's like kind of like icy and snowy and cold and things like that. There's these things called ice cleats. I haven't tried them out yet. I actually just ordered some, and they're supposed to be these things that you can put on the bottom of your shoes to make sure that you have like more grip on the bottom of your shoes so that you don't fall. Falling is a bad thing when it comes to pregnancy, so you don't want to fall. You want to be careful. You'll be another symptom is like being more disoriented and able to fall more, so yeah, that definitely helps. That's a really good symptom that we have. Don't know why, but balance is an issue, so just be really careful, walk really slow, try to get good traction shoes that you can walk in the winter on ice and things like that. Whatever you can to prevent yourself from falling. Just make sure your area is clear that you're going to be walking in, like even if you're just inside. I also made a little thing on my phone of like notes of like random instances where things have happened, like feeling the baby move for the first time, or what day we decided, okay, this is his official name, and like he did this day inside my stomach, you know, just kind of like mental reminders of like cool things that happened at certain times, which you could of course transfer to your baby book, which I definitely suggest you get. I haven't filled mine out yet, but it's like the baby book where it says this happened on this day and da 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 da, whatever the case may be. And also you can write down, you know, specific things, like once he's born you could put like the footprints in there and like cool stuff like that. So that would be something that I would definitely get if no one has got that for you as a gift. I would definitely suggest, like I said, the Facebook mommy groups, because they definitely help. You can ask them questions about what you should put in your hospital bag, what things you should buy and what things you shouldn't, like what's a waste of money, like especially if they're like been parents for a while, or even new parents maybe even have some good advice of things that you should or shouldn't get. I've definitely been using their advice on stuff whenever we go to the store to get certain things that he still needs. And of course you can ask family members and friends what they think you should get, or even just whoever you want to ask. So heartburn's another thing that I noticed was kind of starting to become an issue every once in a while. Like I don't have it all the time, but just try to figure out like if you do get it, like what triggered it, and try not to eat much of that. They say like spicy foods, tomatoes, stuff like that tend to like make you have heartburn, so just be aware of that when you're buying groceries and things like that. Make sure to eat like small frequent meals if you can. If you can't, then just stick to your normal food schedule. Just make sure that you eat, you know, like healthy things, along with, you know, you can eat whatever you want, if you know, but if you don't want to gain too much, or if you want to make sure the baby has enough nutrients, make sure you're eating your fruits and vegetables. I know I sound like a doctor and things like that, but I'm just saying that it's really important because you want to make sure, because whatever you eat, the baby eats, so you want to make sure that it's good for you. If there's any videos that you guys want me to make about pregnancy, or I'm going to make a 3rd trimester one too, but if there's anything you guys want me to make during pregnancy or after, definitely let me know and I can do that. If there's any like parenting videos, or if you just want to see him in videos and things like that, definitely let me know. Or if you have any makeup videos, because that's what this channel originated as. Now it's kind of becoming a mommy channel plus makeup, so definitely let me know what you guys want to see. I love your suggestions. It makes me know what you guys want to watch. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you have any video suggestions, please comment them down below and check the description box for more information about the video. My Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter @GlamGirlGray. See you next time.